And the reason I've been showing you everything here on a Chrome browser is because in June of 2014, Chrome and their Android browser, which is the one that's used on mobile phones, overtook Internet Explorer for the first time in history. So Internet Explorer had 80% of the Internet browser market in 2008. Now they are below 30%, and Chrome continues to climb. It's because Internet Explorer and Firefox don't really have much of a mobile presence. They don't really have a browser that's dedicated to smartphones. So Chrome's been overtaking them, as well as Safari. So that's why I've been focusing so much on Chrome and Google PageSpeed Insights, which I'm going to show you a couple things in a second that you can do for mobile devices to speed up your site. Now, if you create a mobile app using BuildFire like I showed you in the last section, you won't have to worry about any of this stuff. Now, we've done a lot of stuff on the desktop and we got a pretty good score there in the high 80s, but our mobile user experience is still pretty low, about a 63. Creating a mobile app itself is beyond the scope of this course, but I just wanted to show you some things that might be common problems that you would see. This is saying use legible font sizes, and you can see when you click on show screenshot, it'll highlight it in red. Certain buttons, particularly the Facebook share buttons or any font that you haven't made larger than, say, a 12 or a 14, is going to show up very small on a mobile phone. So all the problems here seem to be related to the Facebook share and like buttons. If you look at the list here, they all have to do with that. So there is a way to increase the size of your Facebook like and share buttons. It involves a little bit of code. It's sort of beyond the scope of this course, but I just wanted to show you that it is a possibility in case this is a problem that you find on your PageSpeed Insights. All you would do is find the part in your page where the Facebook like button or share button is located, and then you could just copy and paste that scale there, and it'll make it much bigger, much easier for people on mobile devices to click on. But again, this is something that your mobile app will handle itself, and you'll have support for through BuildFire. But I just wanted to show you how to do it manually just in case. The tap targets down here, tap targets or touch targets, are just the size of the buttons, so it's going to be very similar to the things that it found in the legible font sizes, and in fact it's highlighting the same thing again. It's the Facebook like button again. It's too small. So when you're creating buttons for your mobile app, if you decide to do it yourself, you want to keep them between 45 and 57 pixels wide, which is the average size of a finger. Unless you're the Nutty Professor, and then you need a bigger pixel size. And if you touch things with your thumb, I guess if you're playing like a video game or something on your phone, you'd want it even bigger. And then the viewport is just how your page looks on somebody's phone, right? So if you don't have a mobile app, somebody brings up your website on their smartphone, they're just going to see what somebody on the desktop would see. It hasn't been configured to show up on a smartphone. So Google actually has a page dedicated to showing you the meta tag, as they call it, that you need to put into the head of your page. Now, if that sounds like Swahili to you, it's actually a very short, simple piece of code here. It just says meta name equals viewport. And all you would do is just copy that into your notepad and then paste it above the header in your page. So this whole thing is saying that just size it down to the shape of the device. So if the device is 5 inches tall, make the page 5 inches tall. So now I'm going to show you a really easy way to insert this piece of code into the header of your page, or really any piece of code, just in case you're not comfortable with inserting anything into your web page. If you go to your WordPress dashboard, I've already downloaded it and installed this plugin. It's called the Insert Header and Footer plugin. So I'm going to show it to you here on the list. But just in case you ever come across a plugin or anything that you want to have run on your page and they tell you to insert it into the header of your page, all you have to do is go to the settings menu once you've installed the plugin, go down to Insert Headers and Footers, and you'll see two big boxes here, one for the header and one for the footer. And all you do is paste that piece of code in there and click Save. And now it's exactly where it's supposed to be. So if you want to see it manually, See what it looks like. Go to Appearance on the left side, and then down to Editor, like I was talking about a little bit earlier. And then if you scroll down, you'll see this header.php file, and you just do the Control F function, the find function, and then you type in viewport, and you can see it's already inserted in there for you. So if we go back to our page speed insights and we click Analyze again, we had a 62%, and now we have a 66%, and as you can see, the configure viewport is now gone. So I know I said this before, but make the investment in a mobile app. Have Buildfire or whatever company you know build one for you if you're not sure how to do it yourself. It's going to take care of all these problems for you, and you'll end up having a score in the low to high 90s on the Google PageSpeed test.